Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about how to hire the perfect executive assistant. For those of you who don't know, my name is Benjamin Morone. I'm the founder of Zabota. We help companies, small businesses, and growing companies hire remote talent from Latin America and Eastern Europe. So let's jump into today's video. Introduction, we have 24 plus testimonials and case studies here at Zabota/case studies, helping lift media hire from Poland, saving over $40,000. Valuetainment, Patrick Bet-David, hiring an executive assistant. AK Infinite, a PR firm based in Los Angeles, California, saving six figures in payroll. An Inc. 5000 tech company, saving 300 grand with remote talent annually. A leading digital health platform, saving six figures. Well Copy, an e-commerce marketing agency, 63 grand, hiring from Europe. So on to Sales Momentum, 45K executive assistant. Cannabis marketing firm, saving over 66 grand. And then Ops King, saving over 72 grand with a no-code development hire. So now that you know that we have a track record, let's jump into assessing the need for an executive assistant. You need to think about how you value your time. So if you're thinking about hiring an executive assistant, you should ask yourself this question. Is my time valuable? Do I want some back? This may seem like a no-brainer. People are going to be like, yeah, my time is valuable. Some people actually just like having a busy day. They kind of want to hide inside of that busy work. They don't trust people with delegation, and this limits them in their professional growth. So if you're thinking about hiring an executive assistant, you feel a little bit overwhelmed, you definitely should. The answer is always going to be yes. Let's talk about experience and culture fit. So this may seem like a no-brainer, but you want to hire someone who has that actual experience being an executive assistant. There's a lot of people who maybe have experience being like a virtual assistant. Maybe they've done a lot of office management for 20 plus years, but that doesn't always translate into being truly an executive assistant. Especially if it's your first time hire, you need someone who already knows how it works. You need someone who's going to be proactive and show you the best possible way to get results. We're going to talk about culture fit as well. Culture fit is something that needs to be prioritized. This person will become a very close relationship for you. You can almost think of it like, are you going to hang out with this person? Would you enjoy spending time with them? Because if they're truly really good as an executive assistant, you're going to be talking to them almost every single day, delegating things on the fly, and they will be acting in your best interest. So you want to make sure that you actually enjoy the person on a relationship and person-to-person level. You don't want to hire someone who you don't actually interact with well, because even if they're super effective, you're not really going to enjoy the relationship that you have with them. It's going to feel like something is missing. Moving on, we have key qualities to look for. Again, experience, and then the second one is anticipation of your needs. One of the ways you can figure this out is by providing a mock schedule with potential conflicts, then ask them to reorganize it. Asking questions like, if you notice that if I had business meetings back to back all day without a break, how would you handle this? How could you rearrange things to my liking? You really need someone who's going to be proactive. You don't want someone that you have to tell them exactly what to do all the time. That's not true delegation. That's more like babysitting. You need someone who already know what they need to do, look at your calendar, look at your day, and figure out how to actually make it better to serve your needs. The next quality that we're going to look for in a potential executive assistant candidate is the ability to problem solve. This person should be able to problem solve. If you can give them vague instructions and they can succeed, then they will be very, very effective. This is why experience is so important, because they're more experienced. You will be able to give them semi-vague instructions and have them succeed at the task. You don't want someone who's very, very inexperienced and they need step-by-step instructions on every single thing, because the time you spend making those step-by-step detailed instructions could be spent actually working on your business or just doing the task that you're delegating. So it doesn't make sense to have someone or hire someone who needs a lot of hand-holding. It just doesn't make sense. In the beginning, there's going to be onboarding. You're going to need to give them context, those types of things. There's going to need to be some standard operating procedures because no two businesses are the same. But if it extends past probably 30, 45 days where they really need severe hand-holding, it's not the right fit. The next quality that we're looking for in an executive assistant hire are tech-savvy skills. You need someone who's very tech-savvy, especially since this is a remote position. If someone's been an executive assistant for 20 plus years in person inside the office, that doesn't always translate to executive assistant experience remotely. So I'd rather pick the person with 2-3 years of experience in a remote setting, the setting that we're actually going to continue our relationship in, versus someone who only has ever worked in office. It doesn't always translate well. Next, we're going to talk about the proper onboarding experience. There's 2 separate onboardings. First, we're going to talk about the company context onboarding. They need context about your company if they're coming in and they're being hired. They will be drawing from their past experiences, and maybe their boss in the past had a certain way they wanted certain tasks done, and you have a completely different way that you want tasks done. You need to familiarize them with the decision-making process, outline how decisions are made within your company, key team members, the history of your company, and the mission. Specific duties of the role is the second part of the onboarding, which is the role-specific onboarding. Let's say you run a larger company, 50, 100 plus headcount. What you can do as the founder or that key executive is you can give them the company context onboarding, meet with them 10, 15 minutes, or package this into a slide presentation. And then anyone that they'll be working with, maybe an HR manager or someone who's responsible for employee onboardings, can handle the role-specific onboarding. How do you teach someone how to do a task? There's 4 easy steps for this. First, do the task and then have them watch you do the task. Second, you do the task in front of them and have them write down how exactly you did it. Third, have them do the task based on how they wrote it down in the previous step. And then fourth, they're going to do the task completely alone and have them self-edit these instructions in case it doesn't get the desired result. Example of some of these tasks could be editing a video, scheduling meetings, updating your CRM, responding to people who want your time and figuring out who doesn't want your time or is a bother, basically acting as a gatekeeper. People have their own personal preferences. You don't want a scenario where a person who's close to you reaches out via email, your executive assistant thinks it's someone who's just trying to waste your time, and then they tell them to politely go away. You need to train on this, especially when there's very specific interactions and relationships involved. And this is a great way to do this. So let's do a quick summary. First, there's assessing the need. We need to figure out if we should truly hire this individual. If you want your time back and you think it's valuable, then yes, you should hire an executive assistant. We're hiring for experience and then culture fit. We don't want someone who's only worked in office and not in a remote setting. That's not going to translate well into working within our business in this remote fashion. We need someone with a good culture fit who's going to enjoy working with them. Key qualities that we're looking for are experience, the anticipation of your needs, problem-solving capability, tech skills, and then we need to give them a proper onboarding. First with that company contextual onboarding, and then a role-specific onboarding that shows them what they will be doing on a daily basis. In terms of trying to teach someone, there's 4 easy steps. You do the task, then have them watch you do it. Do the task and have them write down specific instructions. Third is have them do the task based on those specific instructions that they wrote down while you're watching. And then fourth, have them do the task completely independently and self-edit those instructions in case they didn't get the desired result. Example of tasks: editing a video, scheduling meetings, updating your CRM, and responding to people who want your time. If you enjoyed today's video and you're thinking about making a remote hire, let us know by visiting the link in the description. We're able to help you out with that process. We hire from Latin America and Central and Eastern Europe. If you have any questions about hiring executive assistants, also let us know by dropping a comment. Thanks for